Welcome back, Baker Nation. This is Hannah Albright reporting for Baker Athletics. The number 11 Baker Wildcats will be taking on number 16 Benedictine this Saturday inside Listen Stadium, so this is a top 25 game that you definitely don't want to miss. Today we'll be talking to senior Nate McLaurin, who recorded 6 tackles against Graceland this past Saturday, and here he is to preview the upcoming game. So Nate, you ranked number 6 nationally for total punt returns with 118 so far this season. How does this make you feel being ranked so high and being top 10? And then what has been your key to success here?
Really just new guys on the team. Filled in positions on special teams, on our score team, and really took advantage of the opportunity, and they've been blocking for me and trying to get me to score. One of the things I motivate them with is I told them to buy a pizza if you score, so it kind of pushes them a little bit harder to block for me and to allow me to score. So I want to thank my teammates for that. For sure.
So last year against Benedictine was a crazy game. You had the last interception to seal the deal, and we got a touchdown with 50 seconds left in the game to win the game 44-37. So it is an anticipated game for this weekend. What is the team's motivation right now, and where is the team's head right now, and what are we going to do to win that game?
It's really a big game. It's our rival, Benedictine. You know, we kind of take this like a championship week.
Right.
We all come at all full cylinders when we're on the field. Really the key to this is just protecting the football on offense and flying to the ball and doing our assignments on defense. I feel like if offense protects the ball and marches up the field, it gives us confidence on defense to come out there and do what we do best. And,
right.
And that's to stop the run and intercept the passes.
For sure. So it is your senior year, and I'm sure you're taking in every moment of this season. What does it mean to you to put on that Baker uniform every game?
Just to know that I'm blessed, still got another opportunity to play the game I love, and play for the Baker is just an amazing opportunity I have, and it's just I love the atmosphere and the players, and just it just motivates me to continue to do my job and just leave it all out on the field.
Perfect. Well, we definitely look forward to watching you this weekend, and it's definitely going to be a great game, so thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
Baker will be receiving new royalty this weekend as it is homecoming for the Wildcats, so make sure and come out and support your Wildcats on and off the field. Here is sportscaster Tom Hedrick to interview head coach Mike Grossner.
It's probably the biggest football game of the year. It's homecoming. The Baker Wildcats at 1 o'clock take on Benedictine. Your coaches say to me, who wins Saturday is the team that can stop the run and run. Would that be accurate?
That's usually accurate in a big game. I think defensively we need to control their run game.
Right.
And you know, they've got a kind of a power run with some play action off of it. So I think if we can stop the run and make them throw a little bit, we've got a better chance.
I love your quarterback the last 2 weeks. 9 touchdowns, no picks, 340 yards, top player in the conference again. You've got to feel good about the way he has bounced back.
Yeah, he has. I mean, that game at Grandview here at home was awful. Sure. For him and everybody else to experience. Anytime you throw that many interceptions as a collective group, you just kind of regroup,
sure.
Which I think that's what we did. A lot of times, you know, when you're playing with young guys, you have that big hiccup, and then it's how do you come back from it?
Sure.
And so the last 2 weeks he's shown pretty good resilience. You know, he's a kid that's a competitor, and Marco as well, when he's been back in there. And I feel good about where we're heading at the quarterback position.
Let me talk about defense. They talk about their offense, but what scares me is their defense. 86 rushing yards, less than 15 points a game. Their defense is superb.
Yeah, they've always been that maybe bend, don't break,
right.
Very sound, tackle well. The thing that stands out on tape is they run well as a team, meaning they're running to the ball. You get the ball carrier in a situation or the receiver with the ball, and there's 6, 7, 8 guys there tackling him.
And the one thing about it now, the last 13 games, you won 11 and dropped 2. And you're playing at home, that helps.
Yeah, it does. We I don't remember the last time, well, 2 years ago we played them here.
Right.
And got after them a little bit. And then they have not won at Liston Stadium since '05.
Right.
So I'm glad we're at home, and it's always a fun game.
Is it your biggest rival game anymore?
Yeah, no doubt.
Why?
Yeah, you know, I respect Larry and what he's done with that program. You know, we go against him in recruiting, and all year you hear about that game. You know, most of the time lately it's been good, but it's a game you put on the schedule and you look at and you gear up for, and when it finally gets here, and as we are on Thursday, we're ready to play.
No doubt about it. I think it's a barometer game. If you win that game, don't you have a great chance of the playoffs?
I do. You know, with us losing to Grandview early, and then they got beat by Evangel, I think it woke both teams up to say, hey, you don't have much margin for error left, you know. And so the winner of this game this weekend is on a good path for the playoffs. Now, it's not a conference-type game.
Right.
Both teams can overcome a loss out of this game and still win their conference. So there's a couple ways to get to the playoffs, but this puts you more on a national scene.
I was talking to Logan Bertel. He said this was a game he always wanted to win. He was a factor in leadership. Do you have that same kind of a guy on your team this year?
We have a collected group.
Okay.
I think offensively, especially where Logan played, they're starting to come. They're starting to be a few voices, and then some guys by action, which is okay.
Sure.
So as long as they're playing together with one purpose, we've got a chance on offense and protecting the football. Defensively, I think they're a very confident group. You know, we got 5 seniors over there playing, so that's a little different vibe on that side of the ball. You know, you talk about Logan. I've been watching the game from last year a lot this week, and boy, what a player. And just, you know, certain situations, we got up big and, you know, probably should have put the game away. We didn't. And then they came rushing back at us and tied the ball game up, and here comes Logan driving our team down the field and made some plays with his feet, some big plays on 3rd down, and got us in the end zone. And I just finished watching that, and, you know, when you mentioned that name, I thought, boy, you know, what a competitor, what a winner, you know, and what a leader for us for 4 years.
A guy that really stepped up for you Saturday was Reese. What a second quarter. 7 catches, 123 yards.
He had to.
Yeah.
You know? that old adage, next guy up, was right there, because I just passed Nick Snyder walking over here, and he had surgery on Tuesday.
Right.
Everything went well, but he's out for the season, and we needed Reese Jarvis to step up. He's a freshman, but he's got a lot of talent, and I knew he would perform well as long as he lined up right and knew his plays. You know, for a freshman, that's the biggest learning curve.
Sure.
Reese has a ton of ability, and it's really coming along. We just had to put him in there quicker than we thought, and I'm happy for the young man.
Final thought. Will it come down to the kick game? Will maybe Cooper have to win the game, Cooper Lee?
You never know in this game. You don't. I mean, we've been up 30 and they came flying back at us twice. We were down 30 and came flying back with the ball to win it. You know, they're a good program. They played the national champion St. Francis in the playoffs last year and played them to overtime. That's what type of program we're playing against Saturday. If it comes down to a kick, I like our guy.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. He's as good as I've seen. Kicked a 53-yarder. Kickoff at 1 o'clock at Liston Stadium. Let's fill it. Our broadcast will be at 12:30 coming up Saturday. Our broadcast on www.bakerradio.org. Join us at the old ballpark and hope for a Baker win.